quick. So awesome, guys, welcome. So I know this is our first team call. So this is going to be solidified as every week at 5:30 Pacific Standard Time for our huddle. We're going to be doing main training and kind of revising some stuff, and then we'll do our breakoffs every week at 5:30 Pacific Standard Time for 1 hour. Breakoffs will be at 6, kind of like we're doing right now. A second call I'd like you guys to write down, and I will be posting the flyers for them, is Thursday night, new coach startups. And then Sunday evenings will be new client kickoff calls, which is going to be exciting. So question was asked, if a client receives their program on a Monday or a Tuesday, do they wait till the following Sunday to hop on the kickoff call? No, you would have them hop on that Sunday call anyways. And then you would just kind of revise it with them on that Monday, Tuesday, or Wednesday, so they don't have to wait a whole week, right? I can't hear you, Joe.
You can't hear me?
Oh, there you go.
No, we can. Yeah, I think you have to start from the beginning what you're talking about. Like, no one's aware of how we're talking about all our clients starting, right? There's a Zoom, this is a whole new process.
Yeah. No, absolutely. And I was going to slow that down. I was just giving you guys some time frames of the calls. So that being said, great point. So what we're deciding to do is we're realizing there's some success in numbers, right? So a couple of the things we're going to do, and to be real open with you guys, as you kind of ever played the game when you're in a classroom and somebody whispers into their ear, and by the time it gets around back to that person, what ends up happening? The message is so broken down, right? So we all on here, I would assume we're all on. This was kind of a last minute call, but everybody made time to be on here. So I would assume we want to grow a successful business, right? And so that being said is there's going to be people that come into this organization that are just going to not want to be connected. And so by us doing this, we're going to basically solidify how this whispering in the ear is going to be transitioned and made the duplication process be there. So if clients are not being coached the way our program is organized and taught, they'll have those things with, meanwhile, what Joy's saying. So Sundays will have all of your new clients be getting on a journey kickoff call together communicatively, and they'll break it down and go through that. They've already started it on Patty Glick's stuff, but we're going to do it from Karen Elstrom down in ours. So some of us will start to have certain leaders be able to have the opportunity to have our faces out there and kind of share and go through some flyers. Go ahead.
Is that journey kickoff call going to be in lieu of us doing it one-on-one?
No, it's going to take a lot of that time away. It's going to take a lot of that time away. That's the point of it.
Yes,
So,
Julie, that's that. It's the whole thing is taking it from us doing one by one and having all our clients on a Zoom and one person downloading the journey kickoff.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Go ahead, Noah.
Okay, so what time will that one start off on Sundays?
That's a great question. Let me get the flyer out real quick. I was actually going to post them in the groups.
So would that be like
So your brand new
clients and I would start on this Sunday, right?
Well, no, you're going to receive your stuff this week. So here's the thing with this whole thing, you're kind of in the mix of it because you just started
okay.
coaching.
Okay, so I'll just listen then.
Yeah,
okay.
you're kind of in the loop right now.
Okay.
What's going on? So the journey kickoff calls 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, and I'll have the flyer for the Zoom link and the banner going out too. And then the new coach startup call, which is the same thing, Julie, to your question. So you don't have to break down everything for a new coach. This will be for every new coach, right? You'll obviously work with them with their practice calls and things of that nature, but there'll be another call at 5:30 Pacific Standard Time on Thursdays. And we'll have that banner up as well. So we're really trying to create structure and obviously duplication process a lot easier without, worrying about what coach is going to do what. If they don't want to be integrated, that's okay. We're just really trying to make this process smoother and create a less time as we work as teams together. Okay, so that's Sunday at 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time for the new client kickoff, and then Thursdays at 5:30 for new coaches startup. Okay. So those are a few of the new things. And then obviously we know there's the Saturday, just to reiterate stuff, the Saturday is the 8 a.m. call, right? For the current boot camps that have been going on, right? And then we know that every day at 8 a.m. Pacific Standard Time is the power hours, except for Saturdays, they're at 9:30. Even Sundays at 8 a.m., but Saturdays is 9:30 for the power hours. I would highly suggest if some of you guys are not in there to do that. Even me as a seasoned coach, I get in there just to create time for myself to do the exact same thing, because just to give you a little preview, Patty Glick went from 7 FIBIC teams to 78 FIBIC teams in 2 years doing that call because of the consistency and just branching out that time. So even though it's silly about them dancing and doing all their fun stuff, the consistency and the power of doing that every day religiously, almost like your JOB, right? That's where that impact has kind of really created momentum. And I know she's way past the 78. That was a stat that was created probably 6-7 months ago. So those are the main calls we're working on right now. That being said, does anybody want to kind of do like a role play with this health assessment? Don't feel awkward or weird. We're going to kind of go through the health assessment together and then kind of work through those 3 commitments. Does anybody want to kind of jump in there and do it? Don't feel like there's a right or wrong. The better practice you have, the better off you'll be. Julie, do you want to start? Do you
Well,
want
I
to?
have a question. I
Sure.
have nothing. Was I supposed to print something out to look at or no?
You don't have to. If you go on your computer right now, you can open up the health assessment.
Okay, so Julie can't start because I'm on Mackenzie's computer because my Zoom camera is not working.
You
So
don't have to, Julie,
It's
Julie, you
okay.
don't have
It's all
to.
good. There's
You
no,
don't have to. You've
Yeah.
been doing health assessments for a very long time.
yeah,
Caught up in all the paperwork. It's all in the coach app.
yeah, okay.
Yeah.
That don't, yeah,
Oh,
this is, that you don't need to worry about all the printouts and everything right now.
yeah, it's all
Okay.
good. We were just going to do a role play practice call, but you
what's
know,
it under in the coach app? Does anybody know off the top of their head?
I wouldn't worry about that right now. We can kind of get, this is more high level because this is a lot of changes.
Okay,
A little bit more high level. Is everyone really understanding about the Sunday call, the journey kickoff? So if your client gets their order on a Monday, right? We're suggesting they wait till the next Monday. Now, they might not want to, but we're highly suggesting it. They can start on a Monday and they're with a group of people. I saw one of these, Justin shared a Zoom with me of what they do. It is excellent, guys. They go through the lean and greens. They talk about, it's done very well. And
Great.
so with someone on, I think Karen Elstrom's team or Lavalley's, they've been doing it and their team has grown very quickly. And so I think a lot of you, Justin, right at Sundance, were really kind of sitting down and sharing. And
yeah, we were just trying to understand the collaboration. You know, a lot
Yeah.
of us are trying to figure out how teams are going so fast and what's going on, and they're realizing that the structure of these calls and how this is making it duplicatable. For people that are being disconnected, honest truth is it's making it more structured and simplistic. So
And how great you have a career and you're also building a business,
Mhm.
right? And you're just having everyone do that journey kickoff Sunday night, they jump on, and how they posture it is, they'll say, who's starting tomorrow? Okay, are you starting tomorrow? Whomever's starting tomorrow. So they don't say you have to start tomorrow, but it is excellent. And then they have all these people on and you don't feel alone. I thought it was really good, Justin.
yeah, no, it's great. So to be real open with you guys, we're not changing any of the systems. This sounds like stuff's changing. We're really not. We're just utilizing groups to make sure the systems are staying duplicatable. So that's why we're doing massive client startups. We're doing massive coach startups. We're utilizing the app, right? So if you guys don't want to do a practice call tonight, we don't have to. I would highly suggest you go back and watch that video. If you don't know where the video is at, it's in your coach app. Do you guys have the coach app link and all that stuff? Do you guys know how to put that on your phone and everything like that?
Yeah.
Okay. So if you don't feel embarrassed. This is the best time to tell it. I can put it in. I think most of Joy's team's in the executive.
No, I mean, Debbie did a great, we were in Cabo. She did a whole meeting on the coach app. Most of this team is on the power hour every morning. Like they're we're on it. We're on it. And I think.
No,
that-
it's all good. I was just,
Yeah, I think what, for our team, streamlining is a beautiful thing.
Yes, it is.
So, if Julie, who has a full-time career, doesn't have to worry about, oh, Monday night, Tuesday night, Wednesday night, I have a journey kickoff, right? And I think,
Yeah.
and the 3 commitments, what I can do is I'll probably pull out that video and throw it in Grit and Gratitude, so it's easy to get. Patty Glick is just a pro on verbiage. It will be your verbiage, guys.
She is.
She does talk a lot and she's a little slower, but it will be your verbiage. You just kind of understand the basics of that
Yeah.
commitment, right?
Mhm.
cool. Well, awesome.
Who's leading the kickoff calls?
It'll be different each week.
Okay.
So, which one are you talking about? The client call?
Yeah, the client kickoff.
So because,
Right.
because the Lavalleys because of the Lavalleys and Leahs have been doing it for a while already, branched off from Patty Glick's actual kickoff call, they'll have a lot of their team doing it. We're starting to join, so I'm sure we'll have opportunities to be able to do the slides and things like that as well. As far as the coach kickoff call is Karen Elstrom, Lavalleys, Annika, and so on and so forth with that part. But we'll be integrating that in as people have opportunities to share and, take load off of people. So that way it's going to make it a little bit more fluid too in the long run. Almost like the power hour, right? Patty Glick's got her team, Doty's got their team. So after a while, it's going to be running. But
So if you have a client that's, a couple clients say kicking off that week, are you as their coach, you should be on that call too, correct? Or no?
which call? The startup call?
Well, either
Sunday
one.
night.
Like I
Sunday
would say
night.
either one, the client
It's-
kickoff.
it's gonna be a
or the
different-
coach kickoff. Would I be on, like if I had clients or coaches kicking off that week, I would be on that call or no?
You don't have to be, you
Okay.
can. But the thing is they're going
Control
to be.
freak here feels like she has to be.
Well, the thing is because you're worried about what they're gonna say, but they're gonna say the same exact thing. There's nothing
Yeah.
gonna change. They're gonna go through the slides. So it's gonna be a different voice, but they're not changing the verbiage because it's their spin or whatever. They're gonna be saying the exact same thing on each call every time. And that's why this is being said the way it's said. So there's not, well, that sounds good, but I'm gonna twist it this way. And then 6 months later, you got 15 different startup calls. We're not
Debbie,
doing.
I'm gonna
so-
put the one that Justin sent. It's excellent. I'll put it in leadership and you can share it with your team. It's so good.
Yeah.
It was really good because they do a PowerPoint.
Yeah, they go through exactly everything they're supposed to,
Yeah.
as far as a startup. And that leverages your time too. And to Joy's point, honestly, we were kind of step back about it because it's like if your client gets an order on a Tuesday, you have to have them wait all the way till Monday. You can have them start preparing for healthier ideas and choices along the way. And if they really want to start, then they can do the Sunday call before and then just have them start on that Tuesday. But most of these guys are doing the check-ins on Monday's caseloads. To be real open with you guys too, is it creates more time freedom for you guys on the weekends and you don't have clients scattered all over the place, right? If most of your clients are starting on Mondays and Tuesdays, then it's not that big of a deal. And most people come on and want to be dieters anyways. I know in the past we've said, well, you don't want them to treat it as a diet, but we don't have to start out with that right out the gate. We can transition that eventually in. So them waiting till Monday is not a bad thing. They can prep, they can get all their stuff organized, they can get started up, make the call exciting, right? They're going to respond the way you respond to it. So that's going to be another point as well.
I have
So
something to add.
sure.
They can start reading their books too, like what my mom did because we don't have all of our stuff. You
Yeah.
can take advantage and start reading the books and just start getting your
Sure.
journal ready.
Yeah, absolutely. Great point. Yeah, so
Justin,
this is
can you
good.
Can you confirm what time this call starts every Tuesday at 5:30 or 6?
Our team calls at 5:30 in our breakout session. So this one, we get a hall pass. Next work, we will be role playing. So be prepared for what that is.
5:30 is we get on as a whole group.
Yep, 5:30, we get on as a whole group. 6 o'clock, we do breakouts.
So it's an hour.
Yep.
Okay. Okay.
So I know this is all new to a lot of us, but technically this time will be next week, whatever video we're going over. We will be doing breakout sessions and having people interact. As silly as it sounds, because we
No, I
may
think
all
it's
think we
awesome.
know what we know, but sometimes we're not doing it the correct way because it's been passed on differently. And so that's where we're going to really start to isolate this thing and be able to know what our teams are saying or where they're at. Okay.
Justin, where are you going to post this recording?
I can post it in the ED group because
Sure.
most of
Yeah,
your teams in there,
I'm gonna
that'll
grab
work.
it. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
So, and just let everybody know for next week, you know, what time this call is gonna be. Obviously, you have a lot more preparation now. But we will be, having fun with this moving forward, and I think it'll be good for us to work together. And we'll kind of create, do you have a question?
Yeah, I see, you know, with the talking points and all that. Did you say that the video, which I know it's gonna be posted, but where are some of these instruction videos on the app? Is
Yes.
it under section? Okay, so those are like.
We're just
Patty Glick,
slowing,
she is
so right now we've been coaching for a while, right? And then this app kind of came out of nowhere and we've kind of plugged it in and kind of people are kind of checking it out and utilizing some of it, right? We're gonna literally just dissect it. That's what we're doing. We're dissecting it. So
going
that
down.
way, we're going through each video, we're going through all that stuff. Noel, I haven't given it to you yet because you're brand new, so don't panic, but we'll get all that together. But yeah, as we're rolling this out, we're basically just breaking down each week. We're literally mirroring what Patty Glick did, but
Yeah.
we're bringing it into our own teams so that way we can start to have leaders have opportunities to do this as well and kind of roll it out moving forward. So from Karen down, basically.
Yeah, and I would just like to listen to Patty do it again. That's what I was asking for.
Yeah, absolutely. It's in the app. The video is
Yeah.
actually in the app. Yep. All the videos that we're looking at are in the app. They're just, they're stopped. Each little snippet.
Do we know what they're under? What category?
That's a great question.
Because I have no clue, and
I
I've
just
definitely,
found it like by accident, like the other day. I don't remember,
how?
but I was like, oh, this, but I also feel like she put.
There's a lot of
video.
video. Yeah, be careful. That's the other thing with the Coach app. There's a lot of information on it. And so we're really just suggesting for new coaches, the first 3, right?
Right.
I would just, let's do this. I'll post this recording in the group, the executive director and above. You guys can filter it out and I will get the other video picked out and put in there too. So
Yeah,
we can
grab
kind of-
Patty's video, this video, and I'm gonna also grab the Journey Kickoff video you sent, which is so good. So they
Okay.
can see it.
So you guys will get it to us and then we'll know where to find it. Okay, thank you.
No, absolutely.
This is great. This is gonna help all of us.
How do you guys feel about this?
I think it's great.
You feel
I
like?
think it's because I think that people, you know, when you're friends, they're your, you know, you may not, you meet them or they could be a closer friend. I think if coming from something else's instruction, I mean, we could add on to it, but I feel like if there is a complete structure and everyone's on the same page, it's gonna be better. That's all, just because I think you guys are gonna hit all the points and then we're gonna reiterate the points. And sometimes they're in a rush or, you know, maybe we're just not getting it all into them. So I think what the company wants to share on these videos will actually be, you know, it'll be more of a corporate ran, you know, video or meeting. Plus people are starting together. Maybe they'll even have a power partner from another, you know, clients might meet up. It may just be nice to see the community coming together as a, you know, we're all starting on Monday and that type of thing. So it's cool. Great.
And I think the duplication process is the most important part. I think that's what's going to be good. And like you mentioned, you know, you tell somebody something 50 times, if they hear from somebody else, they can take it a little bit more serious too. And I'll be honest with you, some of their successes in these groups is, you know, clients will see clients and they'll be excited and then they're talking to each other and they're integrated into the group and it actually gets them out of their comfort zone almost right away, right? Instead of like, oh, I don't want to post in a group, whether they come on with their video off or whatever, they'll have that. And then there's some other stuff we're going to kind of integrate in later on too, that we're going to talk about later on. But no, I'm excited for this. So you guys kind of have the times and everything down.
Yeah.
We'll just make sure that our teams know. I know this was a shorter one. Desiree will be joining us next week. I know she has her normal huddle. She's going to have to swap that or switch that out to join us. But for now, we'll be good. Do you guys have any more questions?
I like that Sean is ridiculously excited.
It's great.
I love it. I love it.
Well,
Good
stuff,
thing.
guys.
Thank you.
Well, cool. I'll post the video from earlier today back in our executive director group, and then I'll post this playback once it's done recording.
right.
So you guys can watch it.
Awesome.
Thanks for
Thank
thanks for
you.
hopping on. No worries. Great
Thanks,
questions, ladies.
Justin.
We'll talk to you soon.
Bye, everybody.